Yesterday you thought you were a normal girl. Today your whole world has been turned upside down.
Ustedes de la Lata, bienvenidos. Estamos haciendo el close-up ahora a una nueva película llamada Cazadores de Sombras y parte del elenco está aquí en México. Guys, welcome to La Lata.
Thank you very much.
How are you feeling?
Good.
Excited.
Excited, yeah. I
Yeah?
love Mexico, so we're excited to be here and excited for people to see the movie. And yeah, it's.
Are you excited, nervous, chill out?
I think we're tired. So if it comes across as chilled out, it's just we've been traveling all over the place with the movie. So, but excited, yeah.
Hello, Jamie.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thank you. You?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm psyched to be in Mexico.
Yeah. How are you feeling with this movie, this kind of phenomenon?
Yeah, I feel great. I mean, you know, it's been a long process for me. It's been something that I've been involved in for 2.5 years now, and you know, it's been a labor of love, let's say. So I'm happy to finally get this picture out there and show the world what we've done.
Yeah. Tell me about your character.
I played Jace Wayland. He's a shadow hunter. Shadow hunter is the protector of the human world from the demon world. Half angel, half human. Beings of immense power, as Hodge says, played by Jared Harris. You know, it's Jace is grumpy, he's rude, he's arrogant, but he's vulnerable and he's damaged and he's lost and he's confused. And I love that about him. Even though he's half an angel, he still lets his human side come through as well.
Señores, y también estamos con la hermosísima Lily Collins. Lily!
Hi!
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
How are you, girl?
I'm good.
You're more pretty in person than in screen.
Oh, thanks.
Everybody
Thank you.
told me that.
Hey, well that's very sweet. Thank you very much.
Please tell me about this new experience, this new roller coaster.
Yeah, this is a roller coaster. No, this movie was awesome. It was like shooting with family. The craziness, I think, has been more of the touring that we've been going on for this movie, and we went to Toronto, London, obviously LA, Madrid, Berlin, Oslo, here. It's been like Jamie's and Godfrey are going to Hong Kong. It's like, it's been a worldwide crazy adventure, but it's been amazing. And this movie was literally, you know, like summer camp.
How are you feeling here in Mexico?
I love it. The fans are like waiting outside. They're so polite though. They're passionate, but they're like, would you please mind signing this? Whereas everyone else is like, sign this, you know? I'm like, thanks so much for being polite. But no, everyone's so passionate and lovely.
Why can I see you and no one else can?
You're not a mundane.
What is a mundane?
Someone from the human world.
Well, if not a human, then what am I?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Tell us about the movie. What is this about?
Well, the movie is, you know, it's a fantasy franchise, and it's nothing like Twilight. It's totally different. We have demons, we have shadow hunters, we have warlocks, and fairies, and you know, vampires, and werewolves. And it's a pretty good action sequence, and it has a lot of the teenage fantasies in there as well. And basically, it's about Clary, Lily Collins' character, about this young girl who develops her special gifts that she had.
One thing that I love about the movie, it's all the mythology, all the creatures.
Sure.
What kind of creatures are we going to see?
Well, we're gonna see demons, we're gonna see werewolves, we're gonna see vampires, we're gonna see pixies, we're gonna see warlocks without any trousers on. You know, so there's a lot going on. But one thing I'm very much, you know, trying to tell people is the fact that, look, if you're not into that kind of thing, that's cool, because actually our movie, yeah, it has those fantasy elements, but also it's about a young girl and a guy, you know, going out there kicking butt, finding their boys, being young, and having, you know, the movie's great fun. It's a really fun film.
There's a lot of action.
Yeah,
you
man.
have to learn some kind of training or some kind of battle.
Yeah, man, I did 4.5 months of stunt training for this movie. I did Krav Maga, which is an Iranian martial art. I did circuit training. I was in the gym for like 3 hours a day. And originally, you know, we had Jace as quite a big guy. And I was like, you know what, actually, I think he's skinny, and I think he's skinny but ripped.
Bruce Lee style.
Kind of Bruce Lee meets like Brad Pitt in Fight Club, you know, or Snatch.
Exactly.
You know, like he's like, Brad's very skinny, but like he's stacked.
Tell me about your character.
My character, Clary Frey, she thinks that she's a normal teenage girl from Brooklyn, but she's actually a shadow hunter, which is half human, half angel. And she has these special powers of drawing runes, which are kind of like tattoos, and she can draw them and they give you powers. But she's just like normal, you know, she's very confused and vulnerable and upset during the movie because she's thrown these twists every 5 minutes, but she's also like a badass fighter, so she's kind of the best of both.
Between your possible saga and Twilight Saga, everybody say that could be the next, you know.
Yeah, listen, I think people will always want to group something with something, you know, they want to compare one thing to another. Once you see the movie, it's really nothing like that. They're not even similar, and this movie's much darker, it's funny.
A lot of action.
A lot of action. It's more of an action movie than most action movies, so. And I know, you know, we're going back to shoot the second film, and there's even more action in that one, so, you know, it sort of develops into this whole different, it doesn't have the same even tone as a movie like Twilight or something like that, so we're trying to, you know, start our own little thing here, and, you know, it seems like slowly kind of growing, and we sort of expected that. It's the same with the books. They sort of slowly, the following sort of developed and got bigger and bigger, and that's kind of what we're hoping for with this. So.
I mean, I think, you know, I'm very aware of how the media, you know, how the media works. I'm aware of the fact that we're going to be penned in with that because of the fact that this is a, you know, young adult adaptation based in, you know, it's a fantasy, you know, it's a fantasy story. You know, but what I can say is different about this is that this is, you know, this is not the same. We have vampires, sure, we have werewolves, sure, but we're not trying to recreate any iconic images, and the movie could quite easily do without them. You know, they're sort of just peripheral, they don't really matter.
About monsters, nightmares, they're all real.
You have an incredible gift and we need you. I need you.
Your mother was a shadow hunter.
Yeah, the romantic story, the romantic scene, it starts very pretty, but it goes a little weird.
Yeah, it does go a little weird. Without giving anything away, it definitely gets a little twisted. You find out though that it's okay in the series, but it does get a little weird.
Okay, and what about the relationship with your
The co-stars?
teammates?
Yeah, my teammates. They are teammates. They're like family. They're crazy. The guys are nuts. They're so much fun. I felt like one of the guys hanging out with them, especially on this tour we've been doing with all the guys. I mean, I've been the only girl, you know, but it's been great. You know, we all get along so well, and we've trained together for months before the film. And when you sweat together and train together, you kind of see each other at your worst. So it only goes up from there, but we all love each other so much.
Your outfit, it's very cool.
It's very cool, very impractical.
Why?
Not very useful in times of need. Short dress and high heels, not the best for fighting and running in. But yeah, exactly. But against the guys to the audience. No, it was fun to play normal Clary and then like sexier Shadowhunter because it shows a progression in her skills as well.
Yeah, I mean the costume, the costume designer we had was incredible. She made everything, you know, from scratch. So all of the leather costumes that we had were all sort of made for us, and I just saw her in Toronto again because we start the sequel in 3 weeks or 4 weeks. So we've already started talking about more costumes, and yeah, she's great. And you know, it's a fine balance between looking cool and looking like an idiot, you know, when you're wearing these costumes. So we had to sort of strike a fine balance between one and the other. So.
And you have the contagious style right now.
Yes,
exactly.
Does, right?
You know, my outfit was totally awesome. I mean, you know, Gersha did a great job of fine detailing, and I had a velvet custom blazer. It was, you know, it was incredible, and everywhere I turn, it kind of glows onto the lens. So it was pretty cool, and you know, just the makeup and the hair, and I had nail polish on me, and you know, everything put together, it's pretty awesome.
Can you show me some move? Any kind of for
If I showed you, I'd either kill you or have to kill you. Have to kill you. Well, for me, it was all like, particularly learning how to do the flip in the air was like the coolest thing ever, because I'm a snowboarder and I'm a skateboarder, and that's my bag. I love aerials and stuff. So to learn how to do that onto a table, I was like, yeah, this is sick. Fighting style wise, I guess, just protect your face at all times, protect the moneymaker, always make sure that your thumbs are close to your ears, and lead from the leg, man. Don't lead from the upper body, lead from the leg. That's where the power's at.
And tell me about the sequel. I know that you're going to film in 3 weeks now.
Yeah, crazy.
Are you prepared?
No. Last year we trained 3 months before filming. This year I was pregnant in a movie and had a baby in a movie, and then went straight into press for this. So I've had like no time to start training. Although every morning all of us are in the gym after, before interviews, we're like training, trying to get back in shape. But it'll be fun, and we'll be totally suffering together. We don't have the newest script yet, so we're all kind of in the same boat together.
Beings of immense power, strong enough to protect humanity in a war against evil. The world is ours to take.
Here in Mexico we have some thing very popular in high school and junior high that calls the chismógrafo. It's a bunch of questions, a very quick questions.
Oh God, okay.
Yeah, are you prepared?
Oh God, let's see.
Your first kiss.
Oh my God. I was like 4 or something, and it was with a family friend who I've known forever. I think my mom might have caught it on camera.
Your first kiss on screen?
In Priest with Cam Gigande.
What age?
20. 19 or 20. 20.
Okay. Your first kiss?
My first kiss, I was like 12.
12?
Yeah.
Where?
I think it was in a wood. I can't remember.
Your first kiss in screen?
My first kiss on screen? My gosh. Oh. I think my first kiss on screen was with a man.
No, come on, yeah?
Vincent Regan, I think. No, Melody Claver, who's a Danish actress. No, she's not Danish, she's Dutch. Melody Claver, there you
go. Which is your favorite actress?
Meryl Streep.
The best song ever?
Best song ever?
Yeah.
God. That's really hard. I really love Katy Perry.
Yeah?
So, right now I'm obsessed with Roar, but I don't know if that's the best. I don't know what the best song ever is. That's so hard.
Best song ever.
Best song ever. Oh man, that's difficult. I don't know.
It's the soundtrack of your life.
Miley Cyrus, The Climb.
Okay. Your favorite band or your favorite singer?
Right now I'd have to say Katy Perry.
Okay. Your favorite dessert?
Ooh. Oh, I love that like dark chocolate molten cake that you bite into and it oozes out. I love that. Yeah, it's so good.
Okay. Your favorite actor?
My favorite actor ever, Audrey Hepburn.
What?
Audrey Hepburn.
Okay. Your favorite band or singer?
Favorite band at the moment would be Asking Alexandria or Bring Me the Horizon.
What is a rune? There's
Runes
a lot
are
of people with tattoos like Mara Salvatrucha.
I know, they're everywhere. It's they're basically, they're things that we put on ourselves, and they give us certain powers. So I have a big one on my neck that's a protecting rune. Some make you fast, they all symbolize something. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of runes, the power, strength, love. It's pretty cool to see all these runes on these shadow hunters. It makes them stronger, it makes them better, it makes them faster. And we just heard from Cassie. I think she was at a tattoo parlor, and I think she just heard about these runes and what those symbolizes, and I think that's the reason why she came up with the runes tattoos, and it was pretty cool, to hear that.
Finally, please give me a gift. Give me a rune by yourself.
You want a rune?
Yeah.
Try to here. I'm trying to remember the one that's on my neck. Well, you can hear. You know, I'm gonna give you the.
What is this for?
It's the one on the cover of the movie.
Okay.
I don't know what it means. It's the one that Clary puts on. It makes everything freeze.
Okay.
So you can stop the world.
Oh look, who drew that one?
Yeah, Kevin.
Kevin drew that one. I'm gonna draw one. I'm gonna make one specifically for you.
Okay.
Okay. This is gonna be the room that's gonna let you be in 3 different places at once.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Omnipresence or something.
Yeah, like omnipresence. I used to think that omnipotent meant forever smelling, or like omnipotence. There you go.
Well, you're an artist, man.
Thank you so much. Any tattoo artists out there need an extra hand? I'm in.
Oh, whose is that?
It's like a
But no,
omnipresence.
who gave that to you?
Jamie.
That's great. I love
And
that.
tell me, what is this for?
This is the rune of grace and confidence.
Okay.
So you always carry yourself well.
Okay.
There you go.
That's why a lot of teenagers are like Mara Salvatruchas now.
They're all what?
Mara Salvatruchas.
What is that?
A bunch of gangs that
Oh,
have
I
a lot of
see.
tattoos.
So now you're just gonna be like ruined up.
Yeah.
You're like so cool.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Lily.
you.
Nice
Lovely
to meet you.
too.
Yo soy Alex Montiel. Yo tengo mis runas. Aplíquense. Bye.
That's so awesome.
Teresa, lárgate. Siguen.
Bueno, ya no me interesa. Lárgate.